guys, welcome to another video. Today we'll be reviewing Captain America Civil War. This one came out in 2016, was directed by the Russo brothers, and stars Chris Evans as Captain America, and Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Now before we start, hit the like button, subscribe to the post notification bell so you know if your favorite video, and let's just start. Let's start talking about the good. So all the actors and actors in this film, I thought they were all fantastic. Of course you have Captain America, Iron Man, Bucky, Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, Black Panther. Every single person in this film is awesome. The opening sequence, I thought it was a great opening sequence. It is Bucky. He's basically brainwashed and is revealed as the Winter Soldier with the trigger words in Russian. I thought it was a great opening sequence. It really sets the tone of this entire film, and this is a very dark but lighthearted film. Not as dark as the Winter Soldier, but still dark film. The cinematography, which of course was the shots, the cameras, the lighting, fantastic. The Russo brothers really did a good job with how the film looked. And there's one sequence, which I'll get to later, but it's the fight between Captain America and Iron Man. I'll explain that in a little more detail later, but the cinematography for that sequence was fantastic. The first act of the film was also very well done. Now they don't really need to set up the characters because, of course, we already know the characters. And I think that adds to the film, because if they had to set up all these characters that are in this film, then I don't think it would have worked all that well. But they didn't, and I thought it was very well done. The action sequences. Now, there's some awesome action sequences in this film, especially the chase sequences in the second act. You have the airport fight sequence with Spider-Man, and of course the final battle in the third act. Awesome action sequences. The relationship between Wanda and Vision. Now, Wanda, Maximoff, and Vision, fantastic characters. Some of my favorite characters in the MCU. Of course, they first appeared in Age of Ultron, and I really liked what they did with those two characters in this film. Their relationship is really is a major part of some of the film, because there's a whole sequence dedicated to just those two characters, and it's awesome. The villains. Now, there are some fantastic villains in this film. Of course, you have Zemo, who is played by Daniel Bruhl. He's the main villain. Of course, he was in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He's awesome in this film. And of course, you have Crossbones by Frank, who's probably played by Frank Grillo. He is only in the film for like a few minutes, but every single time he was on screen, it was fun. It was entertaining. There are huge stakes in this film. There are huge stakes. Buildings are being exploded. T'Challa's father dies in this film because of an explosion. You have the reveal of Iron Man's parents. And the reveal of Iron Man's parents, I think it was really well done, because Captain America, of course, never told Iron Man that Bucky killed Iron Man's parents, and Iron Man, of course, never knew. Bucky was brainwashed at the time, so it was kind of difficult for Captain America to actually tell Iron Man, but I think that sequence really worked. The introduction of T'Challa, who's, of course, played by Black Panther, was great. It was a great introduction. I really liked the Black Panther character, and I think the introduction was great. The second half of the film is very well done. The dialogue is some great dialogue. The Russo brothers really know how to capture the audience's attention just by using dialogue, and there's some great dialogue in this film. There are sequences in this film that make this film feel like a very different MCU film. And what I mean by that is, this is basically two heroes fighting each other with Zemo in the background, orchestrating the whole entire thing. And it's awesome. It's awesome, very well done, very different, and it works very well. The reveal of Spider-Man, of course, in the second and third act of the film, the first time that we see Spider-Man in the MCU, awesome. Great stuff. The reveal of Hawkeye and Ant-Man in the second act of the film, I thought also was great. Of course, Ant-Man had a film the year before this, and Hawkeye never had a film, but he was in, of course, the Avengers in 2012. And I think the reveals in the film were very well done. There are many hilarious sequences in this film, of course, with Scott Lang, who plays Ant-Man. He is very funny in this film. Paul Rudd, awesome actor, very funny in this film. There are some emotional sequences, mainly with Iron Man and Black Panther. Now, Iron Man, of course, his parents, it shows his parents being killed by Bucky. And T'Challa, his father, of course, dies in the explosion. And I think that it adds to the emotion to the film, because you actually feel for the characters, because we actually care about the characters. There are also many tense sequences in this film, which I'm very happy about, because like I said, there are stakes in this film, and the tense sequences just add to another level to that, and I think it works very well. And the score. Now, Henry Jackman, he's a really, really, really good composer. I love the Kingsman films. What he did with the Kingsman films, of course, he scored the previous film, The Winter Soldier, and he came back to score this film, and once again, a great score. A great score. Now, the third act of the film is fantastic. Of course, you have Captain America versus Iron Man. It's both emotional, intense, and action-packed, and I love the third act of the film. Of course, Henry Jackman's score just enhances the third act of the film to another level because it is awesome. It's a great third act. The Russo brothers know how to make you emotionally captivated by a third act in a Marvel film, and they definitely achieve that with this film. The ending sequence, I thought it was a great ending. I think it worked very well, and I think it concludes the film very well. The Stan Lee cameo, of course, Stan Lee, fantastic. I love Stan Lee, and he has a great cameo in this film. The post-credit sequence, I thought there were some great post-credit sequences. Of course, you have Stephen Bucky in Wakanda, and Spider-Man and Aunt May. Awesome stuff. I really, really like the post-credit sequences for this film. That's all the good that I have, and there's no bad about this film. Captain America Civil War is a fantastic MCU film, and I highly recommend it. And I'm going to give Captain America Civil War an A. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the post notification bell so you can know if I have a free video. I'm Peter. Thank you for watching.